Welcome guys to another episode, and today is sweet pepper growing in China. Highlight, land preparation, transplanting, watering, fertilizer application, harvesting, climate change. In land preparation, what to consider is to make sure the land is well tilled and prepared according to the field layout and the design. In our design, we have 15 subplots. In transplanting, it's very important to have quality seedling, and this is subplot, one of them, and it's not advised to throw down the seedling. It can catch virus in transplanting. Please hold your tray. So this is the feeds. We designed this to test different fertilizer to see which one is doing well. And time to water. Irrigation here is controlled flood irrigation. So we open these blocks to allow water flowing inside the block that we made. This is done after transplanting. The next day, after watering, you can see how the plants looks. I thought maybe water can kill or damage the seedling because we just transplanted, but it didn't, because the water flowing, it have low pressure. So you see our plants, they are looking good. The nature of soil is gray. You can see some cracks, and our plants looking good. So it's good for us to start our experiment. Fertilizer application, we gathered some equipment, and the weather, it was raining season. We have our umbrella, good to go. We are trying to apply fertilizer with banding placement method. We have different brands of fertilizer. So we are taking advantage of rain, but it didn't go well. The soil was very wet, so we couldn't continue with fertilizer application because it suddenly started raining. We can't control the weather, so the clock ticking, and what to do? There is nothing with this weather. So we headed back home, and the next, after a few days, after it, we come and we have some challenge. You can see the soil is really compact. We need to open it to make some ring so that we can apply banding, we can press our fertilizer. Please do not touch the plant if you are doing commercially. And this banding placement have some challenge, especially if you are applying nitrogen fertilizer. It can burn your plant completely, even kill or feed. It's very important to consider this. I advise you to draw the line with the machine that is between the root zone or between one plant and another, not direct to the plants. Climate change have raised concern in many places. You can see the soil is dry If you remember, recently these plots had a lot of water. Please guys, do not water overhead, because it creates moisture that is favorable for disease like fungal disease. So keep your feed dry. Choose the proper watering method. So we think what to do with this weather changing this way and that way. So flooding, it will become too wet. Hand watering is too laborious, but we decided to go with hand watering because the weather was unpredictable. And doing all these hard works, this is agriculture, and then it started raining. Can you imagine? Even storm. After this, next day, water everywhere. Look, all these sides, all crops covered with water. You can see our field. It's looking very bad. Consider berry pepper is very sensitive plants with weather. If it's not manageable, doesn't need too much wet or moisture, and it creates another compaction which need us to do another practice, making a tilling, so to allow drainage and the water aeration. I mean, if we water, the root can receive water and the nutrient. But if we not do this, plant stay stagnant, no growth. You can also do pruning as another technique. If there is also insect and a disease, it's good to apply pesticide. And this is the biggest challenge we encounter during the productive stage when it starts flowering. We have more than 12 hours of daylight, which creates the effect of flower abortion. The pollination didn't succeed. No fruit formation, guys. Meaning no yield. What's the point of even planting this berry pepper in China? The green mold is indication of too much nitrogen. So what we did, we theorized our theory to keep the weed growing so that it can create the shade. If we are doing commercially, please use greenhouse technology, since we cannot control the weather with good shade net. Then our theory proved the pollination succeed, but because of weeds, you can see a lot of disease, fungal disease, but we have the fruit. This is what we intended. So greenhouse technology is very important, and there's also the daylight is another factor to consider when you are preparing or planting your berry pepper. And finally, we have our berry pepper in our plates. So thank you for watching. See you next episode.